Welcome everybody. How you doing? This is Marlon Rashawn Graves, aka Brother Mays of Ask a Brother. That's right, of Ask a Brother. I know. Finally, right? Well, for all those that had known and those that recently have just found out, your brother's been working pretty hard on generating topics, generating things over the last year that everyday people talk about, but sometimes don't want to talk to each other, if you get my meaning. Meaning, well, for instance, in a conversation that normally goes between you and the next person, it may not be something that's talked about amongst a group. It's probably talked about behind closed doors. But what I wanted to do, I want to bring that all out because we're living in a society today that is allowing us to speak freely, like we always had freedom of speech, but we've been so conformed. So I wanted to make sure that people really hearing the real story, not just from the politicians, our president number 45, as you already know. Of course, he tweets out things all the time. Well, I'm not that person. I ain't going to tweet to you. I'm not going to talk to you 24/7. But what I will do is I will take in people's questions and I will take the answers given and we'll combine them to a consensus. And together we can help others. And so if I'm the mediator, no problem. I ain't got no problem with it. But as that mediator, guess what? Your brother from another is definitely going to let you know. All right. So without any further ado, before I get started in our first question and story, just want to give a couple shout outs to some of the people that's always been supportive of me, some people I've worked with in the industry. Obviously, those who know I was in radio from promotions, productions, a little bit of programming here and there, but behind the scenes, and you know, that lifestyle is still in me. So I just want to give a couple shout outs to Ernest Faust of the EFJ show. Comes on WGAY there on 99.1. Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Tampa Bay, all the above. Comes on every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. Y'all check him out. The EFJ show called Let's Talk About It. And I want you also to check out my big cuz on the West Coast. That's right, James G. James G. That's right, James Graves. He is doing it up. When I tell you, he's doing it smooth. You know why? Because he's got that night journey rewind. That's right. All the best in jazz from the new to the old. Check him out. You can check him out on Facebook on Night Journey Rewind. And last but not least, give a big shout out to Lynn Princess Brown. That's right. That is my ex co-host, and we still got some things in the works, on some other things down in South Florida. But she got a gospel hit show every Sunday morning I tune into on Everyday Praise 1080. And let me tell you, in South Florida, she is doing it. Got Ricky Del Rey in the house sometimes doing that with her. But hey, with that being said, this ain't about them, but I got to give them a shout out either way. But I do want to go ahead and commence to the question of the day. Okay, so here we go. The question of the day is, how can I speak to a father who has not been in my life? Wow. Where this stemmed from was from a young lady by the name of Karina. Karina from New Orleans reaches out to me, and this will give you a little bit of her letter. This is what she said to me. Dear Mr. Mays, my name is Karina from New Orleans, Louisiana. My father was incarcerated when I was 6 years old, and my mother and I moved from Jacksonville, Florida, to New Orleans thereafter when I was 8. And we've been there ever since. My mother did not keep many men around because she was not secure with others and did not trust anyone to really be around me and possibly leave me alone with them, of course. I am now 32 years of age, and I am a mother to a beautiful 5-year-old little boy, and his father, of course, is not in our lives. He passed away a couple years ago. Yet my son asks me all the time, what about my dad? Who's going to replace my dad? He is seeking male companionship in a father-like way. I am not the mom that says I won't be there for you. I'm not the mom that says that I can give you another father, but I am the mother that says, son, What is it that you need? I believe that by communicating with my dad and building that relationship may help me to help him. So I want to know what you suggest, Mr. Mays. What you think my next move is? Wow. Let me tell you something, guys. I honestly can tell you, I'm 44 years old. My father hadn't been in my life majority of my life. I most recently decided that I am going to reach out to him and I'm going to take that trip to see him. But I have to tell you, in years past, it was something hard for me to even admit to do because I never saw him commit himself to me all those years. Never even saw him commit himself to the things, well, which is his responsibility. But that's my story. This is Karina's story. If you have an answer, if you have a suggestion, if you feel that there's a way that this young lady can communicate to her father, feel free. Feel free to join us on the conversation. Now, you can reach out to me at justaskabrother.com. Go to my personal email at brothermays, that's with an A, brothermays at justaskabrother.com. You go to that email, submit your stories, submit your answers. But we're just trying to create the content, the conversation itself. Much love. If anybody loves you, God loves you. Thank you.